All right, let's continue our face-off between the Samsung Galaxy S2 and HTC EVO 3D with a closer look at the user interface on both. If you'll notice at the moment, the times are not the same on both of the combatants. Sprint seems to be just a little bit ahead of AT&T from a time standpoint. All right, both phones run Android 2.3 Gingerbread. User interface on the Galaxy S2 is Samsung's TouchWiz 4.0, and the user interface on the HTC EVO 3D is HTC Sense version 3.0. Both phones are going to offer 7 different panels that you can customize with application shortcuts, bookmarks, folders, or HTC, Samsung, and Android widgets. I don't know why we're not finding a movie there. Let that catch up and see if we can find it. And we'll go through some of the widgets on both of the phones for you. On the Galaxy S2, the clock and date widget. This is a weather widget, and if you watch it for a moment, it'll flip between the different cities that you have set up for weather. Westlake just flipped to Chicago. This is their AP News widget. These are bookmark widgets, contact widgets. You can tap on one and it will bring up call, video call, email, text message, or contact information, which is nice and handy. Their calendar widget, active applications widget. You can see I've got everything closed down at the moment. So it's an actual built-in task manager, which is nice. Voice command, voice talk, driving mode, stock market widget. Really didn't want to do that. Email widget, and again, this doesn't work directly with Gmail. You can go in and put in Gmail, but oh, looks like we got a fan texting while we're doing our video review today, so hello fan. It doesn't hook directly into Gmail, but you can use Gmail with it, if that made sense. Google search, and again, it gives you the opportunity to search different areas of the phone depending on the applications you have loaded. Yellow pad, and then your power bar control down here at the bottom, which is actually 2 pieces. If I can actually tap on the end here, there we go. Gives you a look at the whole thing. So that's all 7 panels. On the EVO 3D, let me get back to the home screen. It's your clock and weather widget. This is the weather widget itself, and again, you can have multiple cities. A lot of animation, as you can see there. Calendar widget. This is the video widget for your library new releases. It should have the Green Hornet in 3D. I don't know why it's not in there, but it's not. This is a friend stream widget, which ties into Facebook, Twitter, as well as MySpace. Bookmark widget, as you can see there, and their Google widget. And again, from a search standpoint, you're going to see basically allows you to search the different applications on the phone. A little more extensive than what's on the Samsung Galaxy S2 right out of the box. All right, so there's a look at all 7. Let's take a look at the notification systems on both, because they're both pretty close to a certain extent. One of the nice things on the EVO 3D is it keeps a list of the last 8 applications you opened up at the top, so if you need to go back to something quickly from your notification bar or application, you can, which is pretty slick. Then you're going to have your notifications, and you can see they look the same. On the Galaxy S2, you're going to get some connectivity manager shortcuts, which are very nice. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, sound, and auto rotation. Those are also available on the EVO 3D under quick settings. So you've got your Wi-Fi, hotspot, mobile network, 4G, Bluetooth, GPS, all settings, and then also your memory. So you've got, I believe this is a shortcut to the task manager, which it is. So that's very nice as well. So that's pretty slick, and again, that's on the EVO 3D. All right, let's look at notifications. And again, you can tap on any notification, go directly to it, hit the clear button, and it will clear all of them as well. All right, let's take a look at the home keys. Holding on the home key on the EVO 3D will bring up the last 8 applications you opened up. On the Galaxy S2, it's only going to bring up the last 6, but it also opens up the task manager, which is nice, and it shows you the applications you have running, what you've downloaded, available RAM, and an opportunity to clear the memory and close everything, and all internal storage on the phone. So that's all part of holding down on the home key, which I think is pretty slick. The other thing, from the home screen, tapping on the home key will give you an overview of all 7 panels. On the Galaxy S2, you have to squeeze the display to get the same view, and again, they both work exactly the same way. Squeezing the panel will give you the overview. Tapping on A1 will take you directly to it. And you can see they both work quite well at that. All right, one other thing I wanted to show you before I get into a few other things is to show you the lock screen on the EVO 3D because you've got 4 shortcuts down here at the bottom: phone, mail, camera, and message, and you can just drag it right in. It'll take you directly to that app. You have something similar. I don't have a, oh, actually maybe I do. Let's see if it's going to work. Got a message on here, see if it shows up on the, yeah, there we go. Slide it over and it'll take me directly to messaging. That's when I have a message. If I don't have a message, it's not going to take me to it, which is one of the things that's nice about the lock screen on the EVO 3D. Whether you have a message or not, or you want to go to the camera, any of those are available shortcuts from the lock screen, which I think is pretty slick on the EVO 3D, a part of HTC Sense UI. So I want to make sure we took a look at that. As far as shortcuts moving around the different panels, something a little different now. You give it a kind of a flick on the EVO 3D and it gives you a big spin, so you can move in between one at a time. Give it the big flick and roll through a bunch and then stop it. I'm not sure how helpful that actually is at getting to where you want to go, but you can do it. It also moves 360 degrees now, which is nice as well. On the Galaxy S2, also, it doesn't actually move 360 degrees. It gets to the 7th and it stops, but you do have a shortcut down here at the bottom. It's hard to do things when you're used to doing it with one hand and trying to do them with the other. Holding down on it, on the numbers down here at the bottom, you see the number pop up, and then that's the way you can move between the panels quickly, or you can simply tap on the dots to move between the panels quickly as well. There's a way to get between panels on both phones. It's time to take a look at the messaging applications on both, because they both offer a type of swipe text input, as well as a standard keypad. So let's go right in and take a look. Create a new conversation. We'll start with the Galaxy S2. Hold down here and we'll look at our input methods, and you can see we have swipe as well as a Samsung keypad. Let's take a look at that first. Your standard keypad, numbers and symbols, lower left hand corner, just above that your shift key. To the right of that is the speech to text key to set that up, and you've got your settings key over on the lower right portion along with the enter key. Numbers are available on long press, symbols however are not. Try a little speech to text. Call John on Tuesday. Seem to work like a charm, however you're not going to get any punctuation or capitalization via speech to text. Let's hit space and let's try this in landscape. Alright, for call John on Tuesday for our meeting next Wednesday. Well, I got the majority of it. So that's your Samsung keypad. Let's go in now and take a look at the swipe keypad. And there you can see we have, number one, a different keypad altogether, which is something that's different than what's on the EVO 3D. You've got symbols and numbers again, lower left hand corner. You've got language. The speech to text has been moved over to the right hand side next to the enter key. You've got a long press up here for smiley faces. You've got long press for both symbols and numbers, which is nice, which you didn't have before. So let me try this. Call John on Tuesday. Not bad. Call John on Tuesday. And for our meeting next Wednesday. Wow, worked quite well. Again, that's in portrait. Take a look at the keypad in landscape. Maybe I might have to switch to swipe instead of speech to text all the time. There's a look at it, the keypad in landscape. And then as far as attachments, you've got pictures, capture picture, video, and capture video. So you've got a direct link to the gallery as well as the camera, which is nice. Also for audio, got location services, contact, vCard, calendar, vCard, memo, as well as tasks. So pretty good selection of attachments as well for messaging on the Galaxy S2. All right, on the EVO 3D, let's go into messaging. And what's different about this is you get the same looking keypad for both regular text input as well as the swipe or trace input, depending on what you want to call it. And again, the keypad offers long press for numbers and symbols, which you can see. You also have a numbers and symbol key here in the lower right hand corner next to the enter key. Speech to text. Call John on Tuesday. Work quite well. Again, you don't get capitalization or punctuation. You can also reduce the keypad with the little symbol down here in the lower left hand corner, and your shift key is right here. Take a look at this in landscape. Sorry about that, didn't mean to bump the camera. for our meeting next Wednesday. So I got it 100%, which is unusual. See, both of the phones do a great job of text prediction, whether it's speech to text or whether you're typing it out. They both do a fantastic job. Now, for swipe on the, I didn't want to do that. For swipe on the EVO 3D, you simply just swipe on the keypad that's there. Call John on Tiffany. Well, that was supposed to be, let's see if I can get that right. Tuesday, Tuesday. Perfect. For our meeting. That wasn't too good. Next Wednesday. Yeah, close. John on Tuesday for our neighbor next wedges. Well, didn't quite cover it, but anyway, you can see that what's really slick about it is you have the swipe keypad built into the regular keypad all the time, and there's a look at it, again, in landscape. And as far as attachments, you've got a direct link to the camera, which is nice for picture video, direct link for audio, location again, contact and appointment. So very similar, however, missing the memo and task attachment, and I think there was one other, but I can't remember what it was off the top of my head. But anyway, there's a look at the messaging applications on both the Galaxy S2 and EVO 3D. All right, it's time to wrap up today's face-off between the Samsung Galaxy S2 and HTC EVO 3D with our browser comparison. Got both running off the same Wi-Fi network. I've cleared the cache and history on both. Got the displays set to automatic brightness on both. They have been through the entire review. They've both been updated with Adobe Flash 10.3, Flash Player 10.3. And I can't remember the last thing I wanted to tell you other than don't forget to stop by smartphoneenvy.com. Check out the winner of today's face-off along with the written review. I'll also have some photos and videos posted from both of today's contestants. All right, let's kick this off and head over to Smartphone Envy. Good place to start, and that's not it. There it is, and we're off. In case you didn't know, Galaxy S2 is on the left, EVO 3D is on the right, and we got a great race going on here. It looks like it's going to be a Galaxy S2 took it. EVO 3D is right behind it, just finishing loading up the flash. There we go. You see the Galaxy S2 is extremely smooth. One very light touch gets you all the way through it. EVO 3D, not quite as smooth, but pretty friggin' close. As you can see, what's great about the EVO 3D is, look at that, pinch to zoom, dynamically rewraps the text to fit the display, double tap to zoom all the way out, any rendering issues, none whatsoever. Nice job. Galaxy S2, incredibly smooth, but double tap to zoom in, that's as good as it's going to get. I can pinch to zoom all I want, and it's responds very well, but if I want to look at that, double tap, it's going to just pull out. It doesn't rewrap the text to fit the display. With this browser, if you pick up a browser that's got the little plus minus deal on it, you can double tap to zoom in, pinch to zoom and hit the minus and it will rewrap it, but otherwise it doesn't. One big fault about the browser. Alright, let's head over to Engadget on both. There it is on one, there it is on the other, and we're off. GS2 took the first one. Looks like the EVO 3D is pretty serious about winning the second one. Again, we're going to full sights on that. Galaxy S2 again. And again, it's incredibly smooth. EVO 3D is done as well. Also very smooth. Not quite as smooth, but real close. Real close. What do we got here going on? Some Mango business. And again, you can see just how responsive it is. Absolutely no problem whatsoever. And do that, have it rewrap. Smooth as silk. Double tap to zoom in. And again, we've got all the pinch to zoom business, but no rewrap, which is a shame. Double tap zoom all the way out. Both browsers are just phenomenal. Alright, let's give them a real test. Let's head over to CNN and let's watch a video, flash video, and see how they do. Didn't want to do that. Let's go back here, stop that. I have the bookmarks. Where is CNN? I know it's in here. Sorry for the delay. There it is. And we're off. Galaxy S2 has taken the first two heats. And it looks like it's going to be the EVO 3D to take this. Look at this. There we go. Well, that was different. All right, so we're going to give that to the EVO 3D. And again, both of them very smooth, no issues whatsoever. Double tap to zoom in. All right, and let's grab that on both. And let's let them run and see how well they do. As soon as they come up, I'll double tap to zoom in a little closer so you can take a look at the video. I'm assuming we're going to get a commercial to start with. And we got a commercial, and it did exactly what I didn't want it to do.
Welcome to the Department of Negotiation, home to the latest deal-making technology.
There we go.
Our highly advanced are constantly gathering intelligence on the best deals for you. With name your own price, they're dealers for up to 60% off. But we're always looking to improve. For instance, what is this? Finding hotel deals? We're not sure.
All right, we're almost actually what we're after. All right, our commercials are done.
The Taliban had claimed responsibility for the attack on the Hotel Intercontinental, but senior security officials tell CNN intercept and intelligence convinces them this is the work of the Haqqani network. The powerful warlord Jalaluddin Haqqani runs an insurgent network on both sides of the Afghanistan-Pakistan border.
All right, there's a look at a flash video on both of our contestants, and the Giants just tied the Cubs, the top of the ninth, 1-1. Being a Chicago Cubs fan, I don't get to win a lot. Dang it. Anyway, there's a look at our face-off between the Samsung Galaxy S2 and HTC EVO 3D, and the browser comparison. The Galaxy S2 won 2 out of 3 heats as far as, actually 3 out of 4 heats as far as loading pages quicker. It definitely scrolls smoother, but it's missing the big advantage the EVO 3D has is that rewrapping of text. We're using pinch to zoom, which is a very, very nice feature, which the Galaxy S2 doesn't have. Overall, I would have to say the Galaxy S2 is our winner and still undefeated champion. But again, I'm here to let you guys to decide which phone you think is best. Hopefully I provide the information that will help you decide which one you want to pick up. So anyway, I'm Craig, smartphoneenemy.com. Really appreciate you watching. I hope it's been helpful. Take care.